one topic that gives students headache. Believe me, this topic actually gave me tough time to understand. Why? Because I didn't actually understand the fundamentals. But after this study and research, I finally unlocked the secret code of joining Lewis structure, which I'm going to expose to you in this series of Lewis structure videos. So in this first video, you're going to learn what is valence electron, what is bonding electrons, what is non-bonding electrons, what is octet electrons, and we are going to draw simple Lewis structure. So make sure you stick to the end of this video and make sure you take everything down. Right? Let's get started. Valence electron. Valence electron is a combining power of an atom. It is atom used in bond formation. So how do you get your valence electron? Now valence electron is also known as the atommost electron. So the easy way you can actually know the valence electron of any atom at all is the group number. The group number of an atom is the valence electron of that atom. For example, if they ask now what is valence electron for hydrogen? Of course, hydrogen is in group 1, right? Hydrogen is group 1. So the valence electron is Valence electron is 1. You get that? So if they should ask you what is the valence electron for sodium? Sodium is also group 1, right? So my valence electron is 1. Right? My valence electron is 1. Then calcium is in group 2. So my valence electron is 2, right? So what about for carbon? Carbon is in group 4 in the periodic table. Therefore my valence electron is 4, right? What about nitrogen? Nitrogen is Nitrogen is in group 5, right? So my valence electron is 5. You get? What about for oxygen? Oxygen is in group 6. Therefore my valence electron is 6. Right? What about fluorine? Fluorine is in group 7. So my valence electron is 7. You get? What about for silicon? Silicon is in group 4. Therefore my valence electron is 4. Right? Now what about phosphorus? Phosphorus is in group 5. Then my valence electron is 5. What about sulfur? Sulfur is in group 6. My valence electron is 6. What about chlorine? Chlorine is in group 7. Then my valence electron is 7. So the easiest way to know the valence electron of an atom is to know the group number, right? So once you know the group number, you can actually write the dot structure of that atom. So what do I mean? Now remember we are talking about Lewis structure. So with the valence electron, you can actually draw the dot structure of that atom. Remember, hydrogen is in group 1 and the valence electron is 1. The dot structure of hydrogen is now going to be like this. That means that the valence electron is 1. Now what about calcium? Calcium is in group 2. Then it's going to have 2 valence electrons. So it's going to be 1 and 2. Right? Now for carbon is in group 4. Then the valence electron is 4. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then for nitrogen, the valence electron is 5. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? What about for oxygen? Oxygen is in group 6. Then the valence electron is going to be 6. So how do you draw the dot structure of oxygen? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now what about for fluorine? Fluorine is in group 7. So my dot structure for fluorine is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get that? As easy as that. Now, what about for silicon? Silicon is also what? Is also what in group 4. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? What about for phosphorus? Phosphorus is what? Is in group what? 5. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about for sulfur? Sulfur is what? Is in group 6. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what about for chlorine? Chlorine is in group 7. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the way to what? Draw the dot structure for each atom. You get that? So this is all about what for what? Valence what? Electron. So the next thing we want to look at is what? Bonding electron. So what is bonding electron? Bonding electrons, these are electrons that are used, these are what? Valence electrons that are used for what? Bond formation. It means that bonding electrons are valence electrons which involve in what? In bond formation. Do you get that? So whenever a bond is formed between two atoms as a result of what? Sharing of electron. So now let me just say, for example, here we have hydrogen and here we have what? Hydrogen. So hydrogen and hydrogen can what? Combine together, right? So when they combine together, it now involves what? Sharing of what? Of the electron. So bond is actually formed when one atom form bond with the other atom by what? Sharing of the electron. So when this happens, here we are going to have, right? So this one here can also be written as, you get that? So I'm going to explain why atoms form bonds in a couple of minutes. But what I want you to understand is that a bond actually what? Contain two what? Electrons. You get? So it means that one bond is equal to what? 2 electrons. Right there. 2 bonds is equal to what? 4 what? Electrons. 3 bonds equal to what? 6 what? Electrons. Then 4 bonds equals to what? 8 what? Electrons. So these are stuff you need to what? Take note of. Is that you get that? So bonding electrons, these are electrons that are what? Involved what? In bond formation, and each bond contains 2 electrons. So as we move on, we begin to what? Understand this stuff here. So the next thing you want to look at is what? Non-bonding electrons. So what are non-bonding electrons? These are valence electrons that do not participate in bond formation, or they are just electrons that are not involved with bond formation. And most times you find this non-bonding electron in pairs. You get in an atom, you find them in pairs. So bonding electron, non-bonding electrons that are found in pairs are called lone pair of what? Of electrons. Although they are capable of forming bonds, but at that point they are not involved in what? Bond formation. So this is what you need to what? To understand. So now let me go over it and explain bonding electron, what? Non-bonding electron. Now let's take for example carbon. Remember, carbon is having what? 4 valence electrons, right? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So all these electrons are called bonding electrons. They are capable of forming what? Bonds. Okay, so carbon is having what? 4 bonding what? Electrons. You get that? So as we move on, in a couple of things you understand why they are forming bond here. Now, you will look at nitrogen. Nitrogen is having what? 5 valence electrons. So if you want to draw the dot structure, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get? So now this atom here is having what? 2 non-bonding electrons. So now whenever you see a pair of electrons, right? They are called lone pairs. It's called lone pair of what? Electrons. They are called what? Non-bonding what? Pairs. But you see this one here, they are capable of what? Forming what? Bonds, right? So they are called bonding what? Electrons. These are called bonding electrons. Bonding what? Electrons. Bonding what? Electrons. Here we have what? Bonding what? Electrons. So it is saying that carbon here is having what? 4 bonding what? Electrons, but no unbonding electrons, right? or non-bonding electrons. So nitrogen here is having 3 what bonding electrons, because this electron are capable of what forming bond. Why is that what 1 lone pair, which is what 2 unbonding what electrons. So they are stuff you need to what to understand. Then for oxygen here, remember oxygen is having 6 is having what 6 valence electrons, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see that this pair are called what lone pair, lone what pair of electrons. This is called what lone what pair of electron. So here we have what? Here we have bonding what electrons, because they are capable of what of forming what bond. So these are stuff you need to understand. Now, before you can start what knowing how to what draw Lewis structure. So the question is this: how do atoms form bond? Why they will form bond at all? So this is next I want to explain to you.